Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing great. Today I'm going to show you how to recreate this green and gold eyeshadow look as well as with a face makeup. I got a lot of compliments on this eyeshadow look and I really loved wearing this green color. So I hope you guys enjoy and please continue to watch. So I already primed my eyelids with concealer and then I set the concealer with some translucent powder. I'm going to apply the 5th shade of the second row of the Morphe 350 palette as my transition color. I like to apply this above my crease windshield wiper motions with a fluffy blending brush. Next, I'm gonna get this pukey brown color from the Morphe Kathleenlights palette, and I'm gonna focus this in my outer V. This is gonna be really close to my crease, actually right under my crease, and then I'm gonna bring it up a little bit into my crease, but I'm not gonna bring it up past the transition color. This is gonna be under the transition color, and this is gonna take a while for me to do because I want to gradually be building it up. Right here, I switched back to the previous brush that I was using with no additional product to blend the two colors in together. So now I'm jumping back to the Morphe 350 palette and I'm going to take this brown color with a small detailing brush. This is like a pencil brush and I'm going to focus this on my outer V. I'm kind of placing the color where I want it to be. I don't care if there's rough edges because we'll go in and blend that later. So I'm making sure that the outer edges, the outer V is really nice and dark, however intense I want it. And I'm dragging it up a little bit into my crease, actually above my crease because I have slightly hooded eyes. So I like for it to be a little bit above my crease. And then I'm taking a blending brush and I picked up a tiny little bit of that pukey brown color with this just to help blend it, and I'm just going to keep going at it back and forth until all the colors are blended together and you can't see where one color ends and the next one begins. So I'm going to be picking up the green color from the Morphe Kathleenlights palette with a flat synthetic brush, and I'm going to be dragging that onto my eyelids, and I'm going to cover 2/3 of my eyelids, and this is going to be the outer parts of my eyes. I'm going to make sure that there's nothing on the inner third because that's where I'm going to apply my gold colors. And once I have the color placed where I want it, I'm just going to drag the brush along the edges a little bit just to kind of smooth it out. And right here I just picked up a tiny bit with my fingers just to intensify the color. This is a clean blending brush with no product on here, and really gently I'm just going to blend the edges a tiny little bit just so that the green can blend into the previous colors that we had put on. So now I'm taking the gold from the Morphe Kathleen palette and applying that with a concealer brush. This is a concealer brush, but I love how it picks up eyeshadows. And I'm just going to press that on. And I'm going to be overlapping the green and the gold so that they blend in and transition nicely. So now I picked up a tiny little bit of that brown color that I had put on the outer V with a small blending brush, and I'm going to go above that green just because I thought I covered it up too much. So I'm just applying a little bit more gently, little by little, to gradually be building it up. For my eyeliner today, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Mega liner, and I'm going to make the tiniest little baby wing ever. I don't even know if it's considered a winged eyeliner, but I really wanted my eyeliner to be thin so that the green eyeshadows can really pop because I have small lid space and I don't want to cover up the green eyeshadows with a thick eyeliner. So I'm making it very thin, and then I'm finishing off the tail of my eyeliner with just like a slight point. It's not even like a wing eyeliner, I'm just making it pointy at the end. Next, I'm prepping my eyelashes with my Maybelline Falsies Black Drama Mascara. And the eyelashes I'm going to wear are the Nicole Guerriero Wispy lashes. This was the first time I wore them. They're really pretty. They're kind of short and wispy. They're flirty. They were really comfortable and easy to apply. I like them. But they're not that long. I usually like eyelashes longer than these, but they're still really cute. So I'm going to clean up the edges of my eyeshadow with a cotton swab and some makeup remover. You can skip this step if you like, but I felt like it was kind of messy out there, so I wanted to clean it up. Now I'm just covering my eyes a little bit and spraying my face with this NYX primer spray. I've been really loving this. I'm going to let that dry a little bit before I put on my NYX Angel Veil primer, which I have also been loving. I can't put both of these down. I've been using both of these as my primer, and I love how smooth my makeup looks. And now I'm using my L'Oreal True Match in W6 because I'm pretty tan now. So I'm using W6 instead of my usual W5, and just blending that in with this, what is this? EcoTools blending sponge. Now I'm going to highlight the high points of my face with this Maybelline Age Rewind concealer in the color Light. This concealer is a really heavy duty, full coverage concealer. I love it. So I like to apply this concealer, triangles under my eyes, and then I blend out one side completely, then I'll set it with powder, and then I'll move on to the other side because I want to prevent creasing before I set it with my powder, because I've been getting a lot of creasing under my eyes. So I quickly, as soon as I'm done blending the concealer, set it with powder. And I'm using this Dulce de Leche Wet n Wild powder, and I'm also going to use that yellow tone to set the other places where I put on my concealer. Then with a fluffy brush, I'm just going to kind of dust off any excess powder that I might have. Then with the e.l.f. HD powder, I'm just going to set the rest of my foundation. So now I'm jumping back to my eyes real quick. I grabbed just a tiny little bit of that kind of orangey color that we used as our transition, and I'm going to use that with the fluffy brush that I used. And I'm just going to fix up the edges of my eyeshadow a little bit because, it might have gotten messed up with my concealer and all that. So I'm just going to quickly go over the edges really lightly, and that's it. Moving on to my eyebrows, I'm going to do a quick little comb and snip of the long hair so that I can get started. I'm using the NYX Micro Pencil in the color Chocolate, and I'm just defining and filling in the tails of my brows with this pencil because I really wanted to go for like a really natural, quick, feathery brow today. So I only did the tails, and then I'm going to go in with powder to fill in the beginning of my brows, and I'm using the BH Cosmetics little eyebrow palette. And then we're going to blend everything out with the spoolie. And that's it for the eyebrows. So now I'm highlighting my brow bone with Becca Opal Highlight. And this is a Wet n Wild concealer brush. I love using this brush for highlighting. So with no additional product on this brush, I'm just going to quickly blend that highlight with my transition color. Just really quick, back and forth, that's it. So now I'm going to zoom you in, and we're going to finish off the eyes. I'm going to apply the green all along my lash line, and then I'm going to go in with the gold and apply it in the inner corners. I'm just basically mimicking the top of my eyelids. I want it to look the same. However, I thought the gold was looking too dark. Like, it looks darker on the bottom than it does on the top. So I applied some Becca Opal Highlight on top of it to make it look a little lighter. And with this brush right here, I'm just kind of blending it out so I don't have like any harsh edges. Now I'm applying a quick coat of mascara to my bottom lashes, Maybelline Falsies Black Drama, you already know. And then I'm moving on to my face, so I'm contouring my nose. I'm using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer for this, and I always use a kind of angled brush for this, and I always blend it up into my brows just to make it look more natural, create some shadows and depth right there in between my eyes. And for the tip of my nose, I just kind of follow my nose shape because I have like kind of like a pinched, it looks like my nose was pinched at the end, so I just follow that along to make it look as natural as possible. Going with a clean, fluffy brush to blend out the lines and make it look, kind of natural. Then with the same bronzer, I'm applying that to, my cheeks, my temples, my forehead, all that good stuff. Oh, and especially my chin. Yeah, I don't know, I've been liking bronzing my chin lately. So now using the dark shade from the Dulce de Leche palette, I'm using that to contour, and I changed brush to a smaller angled brush so that I can really fit it in the little nooks and crannies of my face. Next for blush, I love this blush because my skin was so textured that I didn't want a shiny blush. So this was the first time I used this one, and I loved it because it was peachy and matte, so it did not emphasize any texture. However, my highlight, I really did not like the highlight that I applied on my nose. I feel like I put on too much or something because you can really see the texture on my nose. I regretted that. But I only put on a tiny little bit of highlight to my cheekbones, as you can see, with a really light hand. Then I'm going to go over it with the sponge to kind of blend it out and also pick up color so it can look natural. You see how it just looks like a little sheen? You don't really see, like, it's not blinding or anything. It's just a little sheen there. But look at my nose. I can't fail. So, oh yeah, I also did my Cupid's bow. Now I'm just overlining my lips and putting on a nude lipstick. I can't remember the name of this, sorry. But I've been loving a glossy lip lately, so I had to top this off with this Nars lip gloss that I also can't remember the name. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll have the name listed down below, but I've been wearing a glossy lip like every single day. Even when I'm not wearing makeup, I have a lip gloss. So now I'm just going to finish this off. What the heck? Oh my god, pause. Oh my god, you guys. So I was about to say that I'm going to finish off my face with my setting spray, and I just freaking noticed that this is the bottle of my Urban Decay B6 primer water. So I set my face with a primer, not my setting spray. It's so freaking funny, and no wonder my makeup was looking kind of funny afterwards. But yeah, so I didn't even notice that until right now that I'm doing this voiceover. I did not even notice when I was editing it. It's so funny. So yeah, after you're done setting your face with setting spray, then you're all done. And this is the finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed my tutorial. I got a lot of compliments on this eyeshadow, so you should definitely try this out, girl. Definitely try it out. So yeah, I love you guys, and I hope that you give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye!